This video goes over question 1 of the rational functions homework. For the given rational functions, A, find the intercepts for the graph, B, determine the domain, C, find any vertical or horizontal asymptotes for the graph, D, graph fy equals f of x in a standard window using a graphing calculator. So in general, to find the intercepts for a graph, we're going to put in 0 for the x's, or the independent variables, to find the y-intercept, because when you're at the y-axis, your x-coordinate's going to be 0. To find the x-intercepts, you're going to make the numerator equal to 0. To determine the domain, the thing you need to remember is you can never divide by 0. Find any vertical or horizontal asymptotes of the graph. So the vertical asymptotes are going to be the same places you would be dividing by 0. The horizontal asymptotes you're going to think, as x goes to infinity or negative infinity, what would this fraction look like? For this one, as x goes to infinity, the plus 4 and the minus 4 don't really matter anymore. And we're going to go to x over x, which is going to be y equals 1. And then graph, I can show you how to do that on the calculator. And at some point, we can also talk about doing it by hand. So what are the x-intercepts? Select the correct choice below, and if necessary, fill in the answer box with your choice. So when is the numerator going to equal 0? When x plus 4 equals 0. And that'll be when x equals negative 4. So we'll check that answer. Good job. What are the y-intercepts? So I'm going to write that out. I'm going to put in f at 0 is 0 plus 4 over 0 minus 4, which is going to be 4 over negative 4, which is negative 1. And here the book just wants the number. It doesn't want the coordinate point. So negative 1, good job. Determine the domain. Select the correct choice below, and if necessary, fill in the answer box with your choice. Okay, the one illegal thing in all of math is dividing by 0, so we can't let x minus 4 equal 0. So they're going to say that a little bit differently. I would have said it as x is not equal to 0, but the domain is all real numbers except for 4. So check answer. What are the vertical asymptotes? That's going to be x equals 4. Check answer. Excellent. What is the horizontal asymptote? Select the correct choice below. If necessary, fill in the answer box with your choice. So we think through this. As x heads to infinity or negative infinity, we're going to get infinity over infinity, or x over x. So it's going to be y equals 1. And then they're giving us pictures here. We can actually think through this. So we need vertical asymptote at x equals 4. So that'd be here. And we need a horizontal asymptote above the x-axis. So I'm going to go ahead and check that. Fantastic. It's saying next question, but we'll go ahead and graph that. So doc 4, 1, 2. Put in a fraction, x plus 4 over x minus 4. And I can actually go put in vertical asymptotes. Menu, graph entry edit, relation. I want it red, so I'm going to put in x equals 4. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to get to another red one. Y equals 1. And then we have a nice pretty picture with our horizontal asymptote and our vertical asymptote. And checking our x-intercept, menu, trace, graph trace. Y-intercept is at 0, negative 1. And if we trace over to close to the x-axis, 0 is what the calculator calls x-intercepts. And it's at x equals negative 4. And that concludes this video.